Hello guys, it's me, the X-Rater, and I am here to present to you a review on the new movie Battleship. Sorry it's a little late, but, you know. Basically, here's what it is. So, aliens attack, right? And they attack and they come down and they create this big dome around Hawaii. But there's a fleet of like destroyers and battleships inside. So basically, they just their radar can't see each other. It probably has something to do with the dome, and it never really explains. But so the radar can't see each other. They have to play these elaborate guessing games, and so yeah. And of course the aliens in the end get defeated, and happy ending. So do I like the movie or I don't? Well, to put this nicely, I don't. And to be honest, I didn't think the first 2 hours were that bad. Like there were some things like there's the main character. He's actually a big jerk. He basically just blows off everybody, and he's always late for all the ceremonies. And yet somehow he becomes the captain of a major fleet destroyer warship in a matter of a month. And they waste no time giving this guy, the girl, is blonde. She happens to be the admiral's daughter. Surprise, surprise. So, basically, they love each other, they like each other, whatever, however you want to put it. And that kind of, it's the emotional backbone of the story, is that when they get separated by that dome, she's like, oh my gosh, he's probably dead by now. And of course he isn't. I mean, he's the main character, so we know he's not going to die. I don't know, I kind of thought for a second the Admiral was going to die, and that would have been kind of cool, but he doesn't, because the whole thing was kind of building up to this, this jerk asking him to marry his daughter. So, yeah, but I guess I shouldn't be surprised. So yeah, the jerk off, he gets all this stuff that he doesn't deserve, and that would be a great plot point. Like, it could turn it into a great movie, except it's unintentional, and they still want you to root for him. So it's it's like rooting for Alvin and Alvin and the Chipmunks Shipwrecks. They want you to, but you can't because he's an asshole. So yeah. So bottom line, that wasn't that great. But other than that, it really, like, the first 2 hours weren't that bad. Like, it had some cool action, it had some cool CGI effects. The aliens, they looked like they were human, but they were still kind of cool. They had these cool helmets and the cool spaceships. I mean, they can freaking jump out of the water. That was really cool. Yeah, and, overall, for 2 hours they were okay. I was actually like, I don't think this deserves all the negative reviews it was getting. Then the ending came. So basically, all the ships have sunk, and there's one more alien ship. So they need a ship to destroy that one more alien ship. So they find this 1955 battleship or whatever. I forget what it's called. It doesn't matter. And it's old. It's apparently a museum now. But they try to use it, and the guy. Everybody's like, oh, there's not enough people left to run this thing, and, I don't know how to run it. And then the seniors save the day. Yeah, I'm not kidding. The seniors, they pop out of nowhere. I don't even know where they were. Maybe they were hiding from the aliens or something. Just pop out of the ship, and it's like, hey, and then the guy, this is the dumbest line in the whole movie, is like, You guys have done a lot for your country, and no one could ask any more of you. I'm asking. That was a jerk, by the way, who gets a girl. So yeah, the seniors come and save the day. They help them run the whole battleship. They help them defeat the aliens. And it's just such a dumb ending. Like, it's so corny. It's so rushed. It's really, there's when AC/DC rock song to go along with the whole thing. Yeah, that made it a whole lot better, right? Yeah. So, basically... there's one more thing. During the movie, there was this big build-up. Like, the first 2 hours, there was a lot of build-up. For some reason, the aliens weren't attacking when they didn't have weapons. Like, there's even this one scene where the scientist guy, who everybody thinks is going to die, but for some reason didn't, he goes into this place to, like, hijack, it's like Star Trek. A computer chip which downloads this virus thingy onto a computer, which then transmits it to the alien spaceship, which then reverses it back to Earth to get a signal to, you get the point. It's, so there's a lot of, and then he goes in there and the aliens find him. An alien goes in there and he sees him, and it just sees him and he walks away. And I'm like, that's interesting. That's interesting. So what exactly is the alien's plan here? And, there's a lot of build-up like that. And, at the end I'm expecting, like, this big thing, maybe this message, even though it probably would have been a dumb message. I think it would have been interesting. It never goes anywhere. It never even gets mentioned. So, yeah, so I guess the writers just forgot they were building something up and decided to just, let's do this corny ending. And that's the problem with a lot of movies, I think. That's a problem with a lot of movies I've seen. So yeah, this is probably the worst movie I've ever seen in theaters. Like I said, it wasn't that bad up until then, and then it just, oof. So yeah, basically, on the whole, not a great movie. Would have liked to see, some more things explained, some, better ending, definitely. But, acting wasn't that bad. I guess it was, I'll give it a 40 out of 100. And then, plot and story, that gets a, that definitely gets more of a 30, out of 100. And, let me see what else. There's also originality, which I'll give a 50. Don't know, really, it's not unoriginal, but it's also not original, so 50 out of 100. Visual effects, they could have been better, but, modern sci-fi thrillers, it's all pretty good, so I'll give that a 75. Sound effects, definitely could have been way better. I think it's all really loud and grating, so I'll give that a 35. So, averaged out, that is it's a 46 out of 100. So yeah, like I said, definitely could have been better. Not god-awful. So once again, I'm the X-Rater, and see you in another movie review.